Welcome back to War Thunder and welcome aboard the M42 Duster initially and later on certain other vehicles. So I was continuing trying to respade some of the American tanks, and I was looking further and further into the probability of using CAS and aircraft and lineups and what so on. And there are numerous designs for lineups for the Americans and other nations at rank 4 to rank 5 that make sense in their own way. So you basically, sorry about this, could choose how to actually build up your cast if you have all the vehicles in the game available, including premiums, which also have a big impact. But then I came across this gameplay of mine and I thought, well, what about this? And I'm rushing Sea Hero, or at least I try to. And usually the other side from on this map has a huge advantage. Usually there's always a potato truck going in at full speed, capturing it, and then just bailing out, getting into an aircraft, and terrorizing the rest of my team. So I got caught in the open by a T-44, and I tried desperately to hit this gun barrel, but you know, if it would be a German gun barrel, it would be 3 times black and damaged up until the next match. But this is a Russian gun barrel with no muzzle brake and thicker steel, and my 40mm just don't do anything. So I tried to still capture it, but I hit him often enough that I collected a lot of spawn points. And now my turret is angled, the IS-6 is killing me with the machine guns, because his 122mm just flew through for whatever bizarre reason ever. And I'm thinking about using the AD-2 Skyraider. The AD-2 Skyraider initially was not very good in my hands, because I used it in RRB in the pure ground striker fashion, and that was expensive. It was back then 7.0, I guess, or 6.7. It was expensive, the modules took ages to unlock. It had one advantage, and that were 12 HVAR rockets that you have as stock armament, which is quite good. I should have used it in RRB as fighter hunter, especially against the Germans, because this plane is very good at that. As I have shown in a, I guess, 6 kill gameplay, I once managed to get 7, but then I didn't record it. Something like that. And yeah, then there is that position where a lot of enemy tanks just try to camp. But not today, Sunshine's IS-6, Jagdpanther, T-44, triple bomb, quadruple strike. Yes! Oh boy, does it feel good. And I took out a lot of enemy dangerous tanks, and now the camping is over, at least for quite some time. And now I still have 6 launches of rockets, and those rockets are deadly, especially against Germans. HVR rockets are just very good, and that is an ace in the Skyraider, even now. And I have 5 strikes left. Those were just 2 strikes, to be honest, but now I'm down to rockets. I still have cannons, but they are more like against lower tier AAA vehicles. Another kill on a Panther 2 that was kind of sniping across the map. Poor Germans, really. And I think this just shows the problematic within War Thunder, because again, the Americans are full of planes that have this potential combination of rockets, bombs, and still a decent performance. So I'm going head on with this. It's a Horton. I think I can kill him, but he takes me out. It's just one hit that I hit him with, and yeah, could I have done better? Probably. Maybe evading him, make him slower, you know, or force him to do another attack run, but it's not over. There's also the F6F5, and it also has quite an impressive payload. 2 1,000-pound bombs and 6 HVR rockets, so 3 strikes with the rockets, 1 with the bombs, and then 650 cals that still can harass enemy AAA vehicles, you know, the lower tier ones, and mark enemies and go also into the air combat. So overall, the Americans developed from one of the weaker nations to one of the stronger nations overall, and 50 cal buff, heat FS buff, addition of new vehicles beginning from the tank destroyer line with the Hellcat that, you know, the Germans have no equivalent to, and even the Russians are, you know, facing a big problem with Hellcats. And it doesn't stop with that. It's also the M56 Scorpion that is insanely awesome and fun and trollish. Again, the AD-251 just kind of doesn't cut it with, you know, especially being premium. I kind of really butcher it up here, this attack on the Horton. And he does the smart thing, he zooms through. And now I'm kind of in the mixture between chasing him, putting pressure on him, but also looking for fresh targets. But at this time, there are not many tanks left, so that's quite a quick gameplay, I'd say. And the initial thing was that I rushed into a cab and shot at the tank very often to gather the RP for doing that. By that time, a lot of German tanks were not even in position. So again, Germany is missing the CAS, missing the amount of rockets, missing the flexibility overall. Then there are the tanks that are just not up to the task. Surprisingly, I got here a kill assist on the Horton. Must have been the very same as previously. And now I just simply also try to find targets. And this is the cleaning up phase. And for the cleaning up phase, it's also always useful to sit in an aircraft. First of all, you can go around the map spotting or even attacking / eliminating enemy tanks that try to hide. You have a problem dealing with AAA vehicles such as a Quailion, and I aim a bit high and I actually hit him, but I'm not quite sure because that tank actually has a bit of armor, internal armor, and there I get shot from the rear and I get rammed and I crashed from behind by an Arado C3, and yeah, that's it with this plane. But I think I inflicted very fast enough damage, especially with the Skyraider, especially on a critical point that allowed my team to go to C, which is on this map with this configuration very difficult to do from this side. From the other side, it always feels a bit easier, especially nowadays with the smoke shells and the proper use of them. You can lay yourself a smoke screen and just go through even before the enemy team can reach the zone, because from the north going for C is very risky. You saw me doing it here, directly on the road over the bridge, and if that King Tiger in the very beginning would have paid attention, he might have killed me right there, and the battle would have been over in the M42 Duster. I think I used here a backup vehicle, and I'm not very good in this vehicle. I actually dislike it. However, it proved itself to be for the lineup very nice, and you have difficulties dealing with a lot of your enemies. T-34s when angled or even from the side are tricky. Then at distance, of course, as it should be, King Tigers, T-44s, T-54s, you cannot deal with them even from the side. You have to go around the rear to try to put the shots into the transmission, set the engine on fire and burn them down. Maybe even the rear of the turret, I'm not quite sure. But the look into the overall, lineup look just leads to one conclusion, and that is that I lost the respect for high kill numbers in a match. If somebody has 15 kills in a tank, that's fantastic, even if he's, especially when he survives the battle and carried the team. That's just fantastic. The stars had to arrange very good for this guy. The overall, how the enemy team performed and how his team performed had to be on a very small edge, and it's a 1 in 1,000 match, I guess. But if you use lineups, it's kind of deceiving. 10 kills in a tank are not the same as with the use of a lineup. And you know, you are very flexible. So I lost the respect for all the screenshots saying, yeah, I have 12, 13 kills, but I died so and so often. But that's a very personal thing. Furthermore, if you use a lot of vehicles, a lot of them are quite expensive. And while you might get a higher income, it also packs the chance, or the threat rather, to drop significantly your income, that is. But it's a completely different thing from what you think that lineups in arcade are like. And tactical points in arcade are also very, very unique. I might show off them at one point as well. And look at the results. 4,590 modification research points for all three types, a lot of rewards and incomes, 101,000 silver lines. And the problem here is I tried to play that one tank. I tried to spade it, but for, you know, locking up the problematic key point on this map, I had to use an aircraft, and I earned a lot of RP with them. So the overall income is not just for that one tank, and that is a problem. Is this good game design? Well, it could be worse, it could be better, whatever. There are other experts out there that have quite a different opinion and just adapt to the current meta. So what is left is the showcase of the ridiculous points on the map that you can kind of use with your, or to get a multi-strike and to just crush a certain part of the player base of the enemy team. And was this lucky? Was this a good arrangement of the star? Was it okay that there was no AAA involved in you know, trying to kill me while my attack run? Was it unusual that there are so many tanks of the enemy team located on one point? Yeah and no and whatever. It was the gameplay. I showed that it is possible, and I'm quite sure if I play hundreds and hundreds of battles, I would get a very fine feeling towards it. I would greatly adapt to it, and I would get even better results with just waiting for the enemy teams to make a position error and trying to abuse it with my great American strike fighter capabilities that I have. Anyways, that's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed the video and the multi-strike with the AD-2 Skyraider. Please give it a like if you did, subscribe if you want to see more, and we will see each other on the battlefields of War Thunder.